us be faithful, 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 Lord. Let us be faithful, faithful, Lord. Though we cannot see, we still believe. Let us be faithful, faithful, Lord.
Jeremy, Lori, tell us a little bit about your background and your spiritual journey so far.
My background is I am from Lexington, Tennessee, where my dad is an elder at Broad Street Church of Christ. So I was raised Church of Christ, and I was baptized at 10 years old in the church, and I grew up just anytime the church doors were open, I was there. I would say in college, when you're out living on your own, and I was living in Nashville, I definitely feel like there were moments where I was not as faithful as I needed to be. And I ended up rededicating myself, I guess, back in the church in my 20s when I was going to a church in Franklin, Tennessee, after I had kind of gone to not different denominations, but more like non-denominational things like that, just visited. But ultimately, I knew just how I was raised and what I knew about the Bible. I knew what was right and what I should have been doing all along. So that's kind of where I've been. And then since that point, I've been going to Church of Christ, where I ended up here thanks to Travis for inviting us once we had moved to the area.
My background, I started out, I'm from Woodstock, Georgia. My parents were Lutheran, and my mother was Lutheran. My father didn't really go to church, honestly. Then I joined the Army and got further away from God. But then life changed. Wound up meeting Lori. I was going to Church of Christ at Trenton Crossing, visiting with them for a while.
On your own, yeah.
Yeah.
Before we met.
We met.
He didn't even realize he was like going to a Church of Christ
Yeah.
when he was visiting. He was just down the road.
And then before Lori and I were getting married, I chose to be baptized and further pursue my faith in God and the Word. And that leads us to here.
Actually, we had just started, we were engaged, and we were visiting here.
We started visiting here.
And Steve Kirby was doing a whole series on what to do to be saved, which I found, like, I was so excited. Yeah, I was so excited because it was a lot to try to explain that to Jeremy. And like, we had talked about it. We had talked about it a lot, but we had not, like, to have it just outlined so perfectly was awesome. And I remember you would have guard weekends where we were visiting my family, and we would log in and watch it all virtually and talk about it after, together in the car with the kids. You know, we were all together. And so I knew that seed was planted, and I didn't really want to push him to make that decision for me, but I knew I would feel so much better going into our marriage with that. But it was many answered prayers. I think my whole family was so excited. I know they were more excited for that than the wedding, which they were very excited about the wedding as well. But that was kind of icing on the cake, I think, for our, like, going into our new life together as a married couple.
Yeah. That's a little about us.
Yeah.
Let us be faithful, 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 Lord. Let us be faithful, faithful, Lord. will believe. Let us be faithful, faithful.